We had a super early flight out of JFK Airport in New York, and we knew that the best way to play that was by staying the night at the former airline terminal turned hotel, TWA Hotel. This is the ultimate airport hotel located at Terminal 5 at JFK. It's a fantastic way to spend a long layover, but the theming is so fun that we've used it for an overnight when we needed a little staycation in our own city. The famed architecture, designed in 1962 by Eero Saarinen, who designed the St. Louis Arch, is filled with sweeping curves and not a right angle in sight.
How cool.
Isn't it cool?
Oh, that is really cool.
It's a landmark of architecture inside and out. Valet parking is available with lots of vintage cars on display to set the tone. But on this trip, I did self-parking at the nearest garage and walked back. The minute you round the corner and start to approach the TWA, they have this vintage music playing that's just groovy. It totally sets the scene. Nick handled check-in, and everything about the atmosphere evoked the excitement of air travel during the early days of the jet age. We made our way from the huge open lobby to our rooms. The hotel rooms are in two new towers on either side of the historic flight center. And if you like runway views, you could just stay in your room and look out the window all day. Those aren't the northern lights, they're the room ambient lighting reflecting off the glass. But to wake up to this view is pretty incredible. And thankfully, the windows are also soundproofed. Some parts of the room felt sparse, like the fact that fully stocked minibars have not returned since 2020 precautions had them removed. But the mid-century modern vibes are on point. It's worth noting, since the hotel opened in 2019, there has been some visible wear and tear, and we really hope they begin to maintain it better. But details like the spacious, clean bathrooms with great lighting and fun logos on all the toiletries contribute to the experience. We have stayed in a standard king room before, but the amenities weren't that different. On this trip, we had 6 people, so we got a deluxe king and a deluxe double queen room with runway views. In our opinion, the runway views are a must. And don't worry, there are automatic curtains for privacy. We recommend you use them because the TWA view rooms give everyone in the Paris Cafe a full view inside your bedroom. If you love vintage travel posters, they're everywhere here. But don't stay inside your room for too long because there's so many retro wonders to explore. Just hanging out in the soaring lobby under the flat flight board is a perfect way to spend an evening. Let's explore the gift shop. Every one of us found at least a couple items with classic Trans World Airlines logos that we wanted to bring home, even the kids.
I thought it was a Girl Scout, but I'm a Sky Scout now!
This famous lobby boasts the historic Sunken Lounge with its signature red carpet. And just outside the Sunken Lounge is Connie, the 1958 Lockheed Constellation airplane turned cocktail lounge. It feels like a place you'd meet Don Draper for cocktails. But we were hungry for some dinner. And upstairs at the Paris Cafe by Jean-Georges, you can eat with glamour. These are far from airplane meals. Now, our family is always gluten-free, dairy-free, and pescatarian, but there were some beautiful options on the menu that required very little modification.
This cauliflower comes with a turmeric tahini and pomegranate seeds, and it's super fresh and kind of the perfect vegan dish.
The staff was happy to accommodate our dietary restrictions and our kids. And because we had kids with us on this stay, there was inevitably a potty break. But even the bathrooms here are a piece of design history to take in. But not before explaining what a rotary payphone is. Back in the lobby, opposite the check-in area and below the Paris Cafe is the food hall. Now, I understand that not every meal can be Jean-Georges, but I think most guests would say they find this area sparse. A few grab-and-go items or small kiosks selling hot food made to order with minimal equipment. We knew with our diet it would be a struggle, but we did see some of our favorite gluten-free oatmeal cups. But my big question was, in all this history and design, would the space be conducive for kids? And yes, there are so many fun pieces that you're invited to learn about and often interact with, like this exhibit of TWA uniforms curated by the New York Historical Society. Fashion? Yes, please. There's also a replica of Howard Hughes' office and a display of the blueprints and design process for the original flight center. You will learn so much about aviation history here. There's also a replica of a typical 1962 living room, and you're encouraged to explore the props and pose for pictures. But beyond the vintage posters and classic cars are some added hands-on fun, like the Twister room that my kids loved. Or the Sweet and Glow salon, one big photo op. And everyone was completely cool with our kids having fun. There were other families there too, so don't be shy. You'll take home memories to keep, and actual photos too. And maybe you'll recall the long tube hallways from a movie or show like Catch Me If You Can or The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, both filmed here. And while we didn't utilize the gym ourselves, we just have to mention this huge space. Here, vintage takes give way to modern offerings with rows of Peloton bikes and other gym equipment. The gym also offers day passes and monthly memberships, great for layovers or airport employees. We didn't even make it to the rooftop infinity pool or the pool bar, so we'll just have to go back. They even offer a day tripper pass for those needing somewhere to nap for a few hours during the day. But we had to be up super early for our flight, so we called it a night. And the next day, we woke up before the sunrise to catch our flight to Paris. It was a great start to our vacation, and you should definitely give the TWA Hotel a try. We're so grateful you've joined us here today, travelers, and we'll see you next time.